Strictly Yankees. I am Jacob Brown, joined here with Mark Papaleo. Listen, we're just going to be honest. We checked out for a little bit. The Yankees started going, they were sideways for a little bit. We were like, hey, it's still doable. We can watch. And then it just nosedived. I lost passion for it for a little bit. Mark, you just said you did. And lately they've been like a little better, right? I mean, it's not painful anymore to watch. It's still just like, I don't really want to watch. There's NBA, NHL on. I'm watching that over the Yankees every night. So, but listen, Mark, what are you thinking right now with this Yankee team, and how have you been over the last month and change?
I've been good. I've been good. Just working, just watching sports. Really, I get why we haven't watched the Yankees. They've not only sucked, but there's also there's NBA playoffs going on. There's NHL playoffs, which have been electric. We saw the Islanders last night in
Oh yeah.
overtime. Um, but I really expect to get back into the swing of things, watching as many games as I can. Come this summer, since there's gonna be nothing else left. So just trying to get a little good headspace before that, because then it's gonna be a little uh, depressing, I'm sure, because they've looked nothing but not good. They just not look good, and the past couple weeks they've been winning series. They've gotten close wins, but they're still not where they need to be. They still have a fighting injury bug. Luke Voigt just came back, hit a fucking home run on his first pitch he saw.
Yep.
There's some points to look at where they're getting better, but they're still chasing the Rays and the Red Sox. So until then, it's a lost cause.
Yeah, you look around the offense and just go position by position, and this is where if you're looking for why a team is struggling, you just got to go around the diamond and look who's hitting and who's not. And
Yeah.
virtually the entire team is not hitting. You look at left field, and Andujar has been good lately. I actually like him well over Frazier. I don't care if Andujar drops a ball two out of every 10 times. Frazier sucks. I'm done with Frazier. I've been done with him for about a month. The guy's been hitting under 200. His OPS, I think, is the lowest on the team. He can't do anything. He strikes out all the time. I am tired of the bat speed, Gold Glover. He dropped a ball a few games ago with a 95% catch probability. I don't want to hear it with Clint Frazier. This is a guy who's come up. He's, his best has been 280 average, right? Which is like, okay, that's great. That's going into the season. I was really high on him. I don't know why. And I had him as a top 10 left fielder because he, comparatively to everyone else in those 60 games last year, he was. But this year, he's not even playable. And Andujar, the reason why I like him in the lineup is because he gets base hits, right? Frazier is, again, every swing, he's backside flying open, head looking the other way. It looks like he's trying to pull the ball every time. At least Andujar gets base hits, right? And then Frazier doesn't do that. You look at center field. Since when Hicks was playing, he wasn't good. Now that he's gone, Gardner still isn't doing anything. They've mixed in, let's put Judge in center field some days, but Gardner plays most days. So center field's a hole. And right field, Judge has been great. But Judge does not, if you look at his stats and if you try to project them with the games that he's played, he might not even get 100 RBIs with the amount of RBIs that he's had. So he might have a good average and he might be walking a lot, but his home runs and RBIs are down. I'm sorry. If we want to win, he's got to be better than what he's doing right now. Stanton, kind of the same thing, although because he's played about 50 games. So I did the math. If he played 150 games, which is impossible with the injury that he had this year, but he would have had 39 home runs and over 100 RBIs with the pace that he was on through 50 games. So I'm not going to give him too much slack. He's actually been pretty okay, but he's still up and down. Glaber, I said it a month ago when we did the pod, get him off the team. This guy's got to go. LeMahieu, bad year. OPS is not even 700. What are we doing here? Voigt, he hasn't played all year. And then Sanchez, I guess he's back. He's been a top whatever, I think 5 hitter in baseball for the last 6 weeks, which I don't know how it happened, but what have we seen from him? He's going the other way, which is nice. But that's why when you look at the offense and you see all these positions as holes, what are you going to do? And by the way, Gio's been pretty good, not great.
Yeah.
That's why, Mark.
Gio, we don't even got to mention Gio because we know what Gio is to the team, and he's the man in the arena in that hot corner, and he's
Right.
one of the best third basemen in baseball, in my opinion, fielding. So I'm not even worried about his production or hitting because that's going to come and go. Just like what the rest of this roster has done. I mean, like you said, Gary Sanchez figured out how to hit the past 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
He looks great. Clint Frazier, like you said, it doesn't help that you don't have the coaching there for a young guy that slumps, that has a big ego. It doesn't help when you have a coach like a manager like Boone, who's just gonna say, "Oh, he'll be back tomorrow. He'll be swinging." It happens. It's baseball. It's ebbs and flows, which it is ebbs and flows. But this kid's young. He needs to learn how to deal with that shit, and it can't be the same broken record over and over. And we see Aaron Judge. You say his RBIs and his home runs are. I mean, I'll give you the home runs. Yeah, he's not hitting them. But the RBIs, if he's hitting the 3-hole, 4-hole, there's nothing much you could do with the RBIs when there's no one on base.
Yeah, no, that's a great point too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's not like we've been the most fortunate franchise this year. Injuries, so it's still our pitchers. We haven't seen Kluber. We still haven't seen our relief pitcher
Severino, O'Day, yeah.
O'Day. He still hasn't been back.
Wilson.
Britton's toast, for all I know. It's just, it feels like a lost year, to be honest with you, and it sucks to say that now. Only being what are we 6 games behind first?
Yeah, I think so. 5, 4, 6, whatever it is.
It's not good. Like that's so very before the All-Star break, that's very easy to come back from. It should be for a team like this, and the teams that are in front of us are farm system teams. They're not all-star teams. But I mean, it just does feel like a lost year. It feels like they're just not playing Yankee baseball out there.
Yeah, and again, it just goes to, you don't hit with runners in scoring position, you don't move runners over, you don't the walk rates are down for the entire team. Where did LeMahieu go? There's not a single 300 hitter on the team. That's why these things happen, and I think this would have been exposed had it not been for LeMahieu having been LeMahieu over the last 2 years, because I think other than him, there wouldn't have been any other 300 hitters. So it would have been exactly what it is now, because LeMahieu's regressed to, I don't even know what he is anymore. So he's been better lately. I'll give him that. But again, you don't move runners over. You go to the rotation. It's Cole and everyone else. You've got Mike King throwing out starts, and you're like, Mike King day. And then Montgomery is a hit or miss. And, Herman, even at home, at least, Herman is a very big hit or miss. So you really don't know what you're getting. And so again, like when you say, oh, it's a lost year, it's because you don't get any hope when you watch every game and you're sitting there, runners on first and second, and you're like, runner's not going to be knocked in. They're not going to get the base hit. They're not going to do it because this team doesn't go for that. That's not their philosophy. And it goes into deeper issues as well, which we'll get to in a second. But is there anything in response you have to say to that?
Other than Domingo Germán would have been off my team by the opening day. Other than that, no. I feel like I've mentioned that before. Domingo Germán would have been gone. I just wanted the best we can get for him. I don't think there was any sense of having him go out there and have a subpar year that doesn't do anything for his trade value. So I thought we should have shipped him right there. And then if because he was coming off, he was playing well. He just hit his wife, so that's about it. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. There's got to be moves made. We can't sit here and watch the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting things to change. It's not going to change. We're not going to the World Series with this roster. It's not happening. And the window to go to the World Series is there, and we're not getting there. We have the stars, and they're just not. We're not winning games. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and then that's the thing, and that's why I talked about deeper issues. It's a Brian Cashman problem. Listen, I don't like Aaron Boone either, but he is a direct product and a puppet of the headmaster, the GM, Brian Cashman. And again, I'm not the first person to say this. I kind of really, I don't listen to a lot of big Yankee voices. The only ones I really tune into are Michael Kay on his radio show, and I'll listen to John Boy. Everyone else usually is pretty, they're too extreme. I listen to Kay and John Boy; they're pretty connected. And they're pretty much where I am. They said it first, and I'm just kind of echoing it. Which Brian Cashman's the guy that kind of has to be blamed if this does
Yeah.
not work out, because he's the guy that's giving Boone these teams. He's really the one making the lineup cards. He's really the one that said, "Oh, this is what we're going to do with our players and rest them twice a week and off days and training programs and all this bullshit and the Scranton shuttle." And so I look at Cashman and then I look at every other fucking team. Do the Dodgers ever sit anyone? Does Mookie Betts get off days? Do you go to the Cubs? Does Baez get an off day? Does Rizzo? Does Bryant? You go to the anyone. You go to the Chicago White Sox. Tim Anderson, he plays every day. Jose Abreu in his 30s plays every single day. What is this with the off day philosophy? With the, oh, if you're hot, we're not going to move you up in the lineup. We don't believe in hot cold. And same thing. Why did they go out and get Rougned Odor? Because they're obsessed with we'd rather get home runs than get rallies and get base hits. So it's all the Cashman philosophy. And I get it. Boone has this California, SoCal, I'm going to sit back, relax, everything's going to be fine attitude. And that factors into it as well. Because the guys in the locker room go, well, we've got 3.5 months left. We'll turn it on when we want to. Whatever about right now, regular season doesn't matter. And it does actually. And that's the vibe we get as fans. And yeah. Listen, and what really was telling was when Boone was answering the questions a few weeks ago, when what's his name, Brian Hoke, he asked him, he was like, "Hey, Boone, do you think the roster is getting complacent with losing?" And he was like, "Nah, get the hell out of here. Stop with that." That's kind of a fair question to ask, because with the attitude that this team takes on a daily basis, it looks like they don't give a fuck about certain games.
It's a great question to ask. I mean, it's just they don't look interested to win ball games. I mean, they look complacent, and I think they need something that shakes that locker room up. They need a trade. They need something. But it's Aaron Boone. Cashman's kind of taking an NBA, way towards this. He's looking at more rest, more off days,
right.
Rest, get your bodies ready. And look how that's worked for Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard in the NBA in the Western Conference Finals hurt his knee. Maybe it's because he's sitting down half the regular season. That's what we say. It's NBA. It's not baseball, but it's the same thing. If anything, baseball is more mental than any other sport there is. So you need to be out there gaining that confidence in your game to be out there and winning and hitting a lot and winning ball games. And it's not happening. It's not. They need something to inspire them, to shake them up. I don't know what that is. We thought that would be Luke Voigt coming back. It seemed like it was. Then he got hurt again. But I don't know. I don't know what they got to do. If Cashman's got to make a big trade before the deadline, I would love a center fielder. I would love for them to explore a new shortstop, as we said, the Trevor Story, or center fielder in my head is Harrison Bader. I know he's on a 1-year deal.
No, I like Ketel Marte on Arizona.
Yeah, you like Kettle?
Oh yeah, he's hitting. I gotta look at his stats now. I know he's definitely hitting over 300, which is what I really like. He's also
right
what?
Where is he right now? He's not on the Diamondbacks. He's still on Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
So that we've also been rumored for Starling Marte. I don't really want him, but Ketel Marte this year, 366, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs, 967 OPS. Sign me up. Is that not the highest OPS on the team? 967.
Bring him in. He's also on. Bring him in. He's on the worst team in baseball. He's not even hard to get. Go get him.
Yeah, and he's 27. He's under team control, very cheap. He's been rumored. And this is an aberration, but in 2019, he hit 329 with 32 home runs and 92 RBIs. I think it's definitely an aberration because before that, the highest home run count was 14. Before that, it was 5. 2020, he had 2. So he went from 32 to 2 to 4 this year. So,
Yeah,
but he's still a 300 hitter.
very. I mean, send him in a trade. Give them Domingo Herman, Aaron Hicks, and maybe
Well, you
prospect
can't.
and throw Bumgarner in there. Fuck it.
I mean, that would be ridiculous. I mean, Bumgarner I wouldn't take because of the money, and Hicks as
I
well.
mean, I don't care about the money. They need to win ball games right
Yeah,
now.
but Mad Bum's not good anymore, bro. He's
You
just
don't
not good.
you don't think he'll be decent enough to win us some games?
No,
All right, fair enough.
no. I mean, because last year he had the worst underlying statistics. Like you have to have like a certain. I don't understand advanced pitching stats, but I saw it somewhere where there were three major. It was something related with pitch speeds and locations, and Bumgarner was bottom like 5% last year in everything. So, and he throws 84 now with his fastball as well.
Yeah, you would know better than me. I'm not going watching Arizona Diamondback game. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get some.
Hey, you might be proud of me, Mark. I've been making some money on these favorite bets.
Good.
I've been watching D-backs games because I've been rooting for them to lose. I just made $100 off the Brewers this week, taking 2 out of 3.
You'd see Vogelback on the Brewers get hurt around in third, and they didn't throw him out at home.
Are you serious?
You didn't see that?
No.
I'll show. I'll send
you got to send it.
It's Vogelback rounding third. The ball is at second base because it came from the outfield. He hurts he overextends something in his leg. He's limping. He's literally by the dugout for half the play, and the ball is still at second base, and they're not throwing it home. And he tags home, but late and gets the run against the Diamondbacks.
Oh my God.
But again, you would know better than me. I say Mad Bum only because we've been in talks to try to get him a couple of years ago. So I was like, if you can get him for fucking nothing, go for it. If you're telling me no, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he was good, maybe I could consider it, but it's also the money too. I mean, he's like 25 million a year or something like that. It's ridiculous. So, but I don't think the Diamondbacks would take Hicks either because he's 10 million a year too. So it's like, will they trade 10 million for Marte? So they'd be spending more money to get Hicks. So I don't know if they would do that, but anything. I mean, I don't know if they would trade Herman because they don't have pitchers right now either. They kind of need innings, which is why like I don't want Herman either, but they have no one else to eat up the innings. They've got Michael King taking starts right now. So like they really need, because here's the thing. We don't know what they need with the pitching because Kluber, they're like, well, 2 months. Sevy, he was about to come back late July and then the oblique. So we don't know when he's back now. So do they need to trade for arms? And if so, that means maybe a guy like Herman, who maybe you would have shipped off, you have to keep him now. Tyone, who's got an ERA of almost 6, you might have to keep him now because you've got no one else to give you innings. So I don't know what they have to do or who they can even give up because they don't even have capital right now to trade anyone because they don't have an advantage in any position.
No, they got to do, but I mean, they got to take a chance on something. They can't sit here and watch their team. They can't ruin the primes of these players. John Carl's only going to be hitting for, he's only going to be this productive for a certain amount of time. He's getting older. Aaron Judge, he's always hurt. Who knows with fucking him?
And will he be given a contract?
Yeah, he's going to want upwards of $200 million, and we're going to give it to him. Why should we? I mean, I was on the boat of, obviously you fucking pay him, but now do you?
Yeah, because hey, look what happened with LeMahieu. Now you got to pay him $90 million.
He's an older player. I mean, that was fine. I was fine with paying LeMahieu because we literally needed him. If we don't have him, we're in a way bigger hole than we have. We have Tyler Wade playing fucking second base every day.
I mean, yeah.
Or Glaber and figure out shortstop. But I don't know. I mean, there's really nothing as fans we could even predict right now other than maybe, Ketel Marte would be nice to have. I would love to see a trade for Trevor Story. I would love to see what it would entail to what we had to send. But that doesn't fix anything. I mean, it does. Maybe it gets a better shortstop, not only fielding and a better hitter, but are you winning more? Are you winning many ball games with just adding Trevor Story? You're not. Hence why Colorado sucks.
Right. I mean, that's a good point too. It's again, like what can you even fix? Because you feel like you have everything. It's just what you have isn't performing, and so that's why it's such a tough position. Because it's like I've got a guy for every position that I've got hope for. But again, like Glaber way down, LeMahieu down, Voit injured all year, Judge RBI's not enough, center field Dark Hole, left field Frazier, who you thought was going to be good, down, and Duhar down. Like you have all these guys. That's why it's such a tough position because it's like, what can you even trade?
Yeah, and we got the fucking Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox playing goddamn Moneyball, and they're just smacking us around. It's aggravating.
Yeah, I mean the Red Sox, they're going on after some of these lower end deals with Kike Hernandez, with the Hunter Renfroes, and those guys are, they're doing really well. And Devers, they're still not paying him a lot. Bogarts, forget what his contract is, although he probably has a pretty good something. I might be wrong on that, but they are paying Sale and JD, but that's it. They don't pay anyone else.
Yeah.
So
they only pay Sale because the contract signed 7 years ago now.
I mean Sale's a big contract, and then the Rays. Now the Rays are a team where there could be some fluctuation there because Tyler Glasnow is out for the year, so the Rays don't have that ace anymore. But dude, I mean, did you see Wander Franco come up the other day? 18 years old, 3-run shot. This guy's going to be a beast.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we should follow it up and bring up Jason. I don't even care if he has it.
Right, you know what? That would be
any double A. Bring him in, see if he gets a ball. Who cares?
Exactly. That would be the spark move. That would be the move where, you know what? I'm done with this Cashman thing where he's got to have a year in single a year in double a year in triple A. Judge was 25 when he was called up. You wasted ages 22, 3, 4. What the fuck were you doing? Yeah. So it's very frustrating the way the Yankees develop players. So I feel like if they were just like, hey, let's bring up a guy, 18 years old. The Rays just did it. This guy's being compared to Ted Williams. Let's bring him up and see what happens. We don't have a fucking center fielder. So, I hope they do that. Will they? Who knows? But again, so let's get more to recency here with what they've done recently. So they swept the Blue Jays on the road last week. They took 2 out of 3 from Oakland at home. That was actually a good series. They came back multiple times, except for the fact, what did I say? Sometimes they're winning these games and they're still not scoring runs.
They've had to come back every game. I think I saw something trail their last 20 games. They've trailed at least once.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Like you can't take leads, and that's the frustrating part too.
They just get down early. It's crazy.
Yeah, and when we did this podcast in May, we were talking about, hey, pitching staff is really good, but that gas is going to run out. They can't be this Cy Young staff. And then what happened? Kluber got injured, then Sevy gets set back, and it's like, well, there you go. But the only strength but anyway, sorry, let me get back to the other thing. But Oakland, they took 2 out of 3. Then right now they're split with Kansas City, and they're about in 8 minutes. It's 12:52. They're going to kick, well, really 15 minutes, but they're going to kick off and play the series finale at 1:05 at the stadium. And from what I'm understanding, it's Tyone today. So I'm sitting here like, I don't even know if we can get the rubber match today. Everyone's in the lineup. Sanchez is hitting third. Judge is hitting second. Stanton's cleaning up, and Voit is hitting fifth. So it's pretty unreal. You're smiling, though, because it's like, wow, Sanchez 3.
I'll tell you what, when I play MLB The Show, Sanchez is 8.
Bingo, dude. I was playing Higgy for a while on the show. I couldn't hit with Gary.
Yeah, he's not very easy.
Yeah, no, but hey, but the only strength I see with this team is the bullpen, because when everyone's healthy, your 8 would be Litke, Sessa, Wilson, O'Day, Green, Britton, Chapman, Loizaga. So that would be 8, and that 8 would be really, really good. So at the very least, if you can get some starting pitchers that give you 5 innings, and you can every day say, we've got guys for 6, 7, 8, 9, but then you have a night like last night where Britton and Chapman have bad outings. Ever since the sticky stuff situation came out, Chapman has been bad. He got bailed out with the triple play against Oakland. People forget about that too. They took 2 out of 3 against Oakland, but they got bailed out with that triple play. And then Chapman was bad last night and got bailed out by Voit. So even the bullpen's like, what's going on with Chapman and Britton? So what do you think about that bullpen lately?
our bullpen to me is also another thing. They're in shambles to me. Like,
Oh, okay.
do you not think so? Do you not agree?
No, I mean, I think when Wilson and O'Day are back, an eight
Well,
of
yeah, with them, yeah. But
yeah,
I'm saying we're played by injury right now with them. We're not playing. They're not playing bad.
right.
But even that Geraldo, he had a great couple of starts couple of closes when he first came in for his first couple appearances, and we've seen him blow a couple saves and get in some sticky situations that our defenses had to bail him out of with that big triple play, which is the Hey, listen, this year it's with the Yankees, it's death taxes and triple plays apparently because it's not DJ LeMahieu with runners in scoring position, or anything else. So I mean, the most consistent thing they've done this year is triple plays. So
Yeah.
I mean, their bullpen is nothing to scoff at, but it's nothing that I think I'm really impressed by. I think I expected it by now.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, we're not impressed because it's what it should be, and that's
Yeah.
why with the lineup, it's hitting again. It's like I'm not impressed when you've got all these guys that can do all this stuff. You should be hitting more, and you should be winning more, and that's why it's so frustrating as fans to just sit here because we know the potential, and it's just not there. So again, they're going to complete the series with Kansas City today in about 10 minutes. They're going to first pitch is going to be thrown. Tyone, and actually I'm going to look at the opposing pitcher for Kansas City real quick, just to be.
I was trying to figure somehow for some reason you came off my screen. I was trying to figure out the whole time how to
Oh,
get you.
oh well, hey, we're facing Brad Keller today, 6.43 ERA.
Yeah, we should be getting some hits. We'll see.
Yeah.
They don't swing and miss at everything.
The thing is, though, I guarantee you. I mean, well, I don't guarantee it, but I remember the last time we faced Keller in 19 at the stadium, and that's when he was good. He had an ERA in like the threes. And when he mixes his pitches, because he doesn't throw very hard, he throws like 88 to 90. So I think why I haven't watched any of his starts, followed him really at all, but I'm sure that 90 is getting, right over the middle of the plate. If he hits his corners, he can mess with the Yankees because they don't hit well when pitchers locate either. That's another thing I've noticed. If you throw a high pitch in the top half of the strike zone, no matter what it is, breaking pitch, fastball, especially fastball, Judge and Stanton cannot hit it.
No, they can't. And they're home run hitters. You should be on the fastball taking that thing 400 feet, and they're not, and they can't. So it's weird. And they can't hit sliders either unless they're up in the zone.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, dude. Hey, pitchers know 0-2 against all these hitters, low and away. It's been the formula for years. Every righty with a slider is like, well, I'm going to twirl it 0-2. It's just easy. I mean, and it's like that's why as Yankee hitters, I don't know why you're not sitting there yourself. Like, okay, they're going to go low and away against me, or they're going to bust me inside because they know my swing, especially Stanton. His swing is not designed for anything inside because he gets jammed so easily.
He's literally on the plate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so closed off that he can't extend. So it's so far. But again, we just keep going off on these tangents. But again, they got to get better. They get the Red Sox this weekend, and this is the series where if you go into Fenway and you get humiliated, it's over, man. It's over.
It sucks because, like I said earlier, it sucks to believe that 6 games out we are toast, and it feels like we're fucking 14 games back.
Yeah,
I feel like we're under 500. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it really does feel like that type of year, and again, go for the series win. That would be 3 series wins in a row. At least that's something to build off of. Voit with RBIs in both of it, the walk-off hit and the home run, 2 consecutive games and coming back. Sanchez hitting the ball hard. We don't want to be totally negative. Again, Judge still being productive. Gio, we hope he gets better with the shin. And actually, is he playing today?
I just got the lineup.
No, he's not playing. So Gio's still out with the shin. Yeah, and then we got Wade at short. So no Glaber. Hey, you know what? Fucking Wade might do more than Glaber today at shortstop. I mean, Glaber's literally hitting under 100.
I would like to see Glaber at second instead of Odor, because at least it gives you something.
Yeah.
Odor is.
But at the same time, though, Odor's bad. Like, I don't like Odor, but he hit a home run yesterday.
So I'm saying he had a bomb, but like he's not good.
Yeah, he's
So,
just not good. Yeah. And what is he? Oh, he's hitting behind Voit. Nice.
hey, Voit is the only. I feel like Voigt's been our only good spot to in my opinion, other than Judge hitting for average. He's hitting well, but Voit has been. I feel like Voigt's the heartbeat of this team, and if he goes, I think the rest of them go. I mean, when
Yeah.
he hits home runs, they win games.
No, it's true. I mean, we used to be like, oh, they're home run or nothing. Well, they're not even doing the home
Not
running
even that. They're
anymore.
just
Yeah.
blue home run or nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating too, because I just said about Judge with the RBIs, but his OPS is low too, man. Like 865, like I'd want him to be at close to 900.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the type of player that he is. I mean, that's just
Not far off.
again, but you're right. It doesn't help. But again, but OPS is more solo based because that includes on base plus slugging. So
Yeah.
that goes into he's not hitting doubles. He's not hitting home runs either. So again, it's just so hard to be positive. And then it's like, wow, Gary Sanchez is so good. He raised his batting average to 236.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And so it's fun. But the other thing I don't understand is why is Judge hitting in the 2 hole again? I liked him in the 3. They should go back to Stanton, Judge, Sanchez.
Yeah. I like that's what it used to be. I mean, that's what it used to work. So I mean, I wouldn't be down to throw Voit in there right after them. I don't care. I don't want when you said Sanchez was in the 3 today. I was like, oh, I was a little sketched because I mean, obviously Aaron Judge is not at the 3. That's where we like him. We've talked about that before. There's more opportunities there for him. But yeah, whatever. I mean, switch it up. I guess nothing else going right.
Yeah.
So
Yep,
I mean,
I agree, man. Well, it's 101. I want to watch this game. It's I'm actually gonna watch today. I got the day, to myself.
yeah.
I'm gonna put it on for a little bit. We'll see if we can win, and we'll get this up for everyone. And actually, this will probably be uploaded after the game, so you'll know actually if we lost or won. You can check us out on YouTube at Strictly Sports Productions. We've taken off of all podcasts. It's been I've been working a little bit during the summer. So is Mark. Steve has been working like crazy. CJ, we're all college kids at the end of the day. We try to do this as much as we can, but we also got to make a little money too, guys. Okay, so don't mind us. So
Venmo's in the comments if you want.
yeah, we'll start a Patreon. Just start donating a little bit. Ad revenue's going up too. Hey, our little penny per listen, right? Yeah, Mark. By the way, I got to give you the 10 cents of ad revenue that I owe you off the pod.
Thank you. Hey, I could finally put that down payment on a house. Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly.
We gotta get a Strictly football going soon. I need some football.
Seriously, dude. Strictly, we'll do that on Strictly Sports. We do have to get football in. I've had a lot of stuff brewing too on that. Podcast week is coming up for me for sure. So we'll get a lot of these done. And but yeah, you can find all this that we're about to do and everything that we have done. Look it up on YouTube, Strictly Sports Productions. Go to the playlist section. All 5 podcasts are organized into the playlist section, so you can find them pretty easily there. You can also find all of them on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Look us up on Twitter at Strictly Sports P and on Facebook and Instagram at Strictly Sports Productions. So for Mark Papaleo, I'm Jacob Brown, and we will see you next week. Unless the Yankees suck.